Hello everyone, welcome back to my craft room. My name is Whitney Lucas. I'm with Crafty Thoughts and Whatnots. And today we are going to make a arrangement from Dollar Tree Succulents. First off, I found these in the Dollar Tree a couple days ago. It says Succulent Pick. They're Flora Craft brand, which is a floral brand. But let me tell you, I did a succulent arrangement a couple years ago everything I got from Michael's. And let me tell you, they were not $1. And they were the same quality as this one. This is a good heavy rubber-ish, whatever this is. But this is a very good quality. And they have a darker color and then a lighter color. So I bought a few of those. And then everyone has seen these before. They have these little, very cheap, thin little plastic pots. We're going to pull the succulents out of those. I grabbed a few of those in different, well, see, that one already came out. So that's what we're going to do. We might save these for a different DIY, some other DIY. Not what we're talking about today. DIY, another day. But see, I grabbed some other little small guys in their little plastic pots so we can do an arrangement in them. And the best part is I found these pretty little girls here. And we're going to take two of them, put them together. We're going to make our arrangement on the top of that. But we're going to be using some paint. I've got some sisal rope I'm going to tie around it. And then I got a little bundle of this eucalyptus for filler. I got this from Amazon. You can find that in my Amazon link below or in the first comment. It's under my Amazon affiliate shop under craft supplies, or I believe project supplies. So this will be under the bottom. I got a bundle of these on Amazon, and they are a great quality. And they are very inexpensive comparative to when you try to find really good greenery at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Those places are just a little bit crazy. Even Hobby Lobby is on their 50% off days, because I don't know if I'm just becoming more of a Dollar Tree person, but I'm just not paying for that. Even the 50% off ain't 50% off enough. You know what I'm saying? So in any event, you get 12 of these in a package on Amazon, and I forget what it ends, but it ends up being like $1 something each. So really good quality, very full and fluffy, very bright and vibrant too. So this will be good for the upcoming, you know, if you're into that farmhouse thing too, just plopping this into a basket or any kind of metal thing or glass or anything chalk painted. This is what everybody's been doing lately. You can cut this up, make a little wreath out of it, all that. But anyways, I digress. So what I'll do is we're going to get down to the table and we'll start painting these girls because I want to paint them. And then we'll start making the arrangement. 1 second. Okay guys, so we are ready to get painting. I hope the chalk paint sticks to, I mean, that came off really easy. I hope the chalk paint sticks to these. Well, my concern is that it'll crack and do the same stuff as it does on glass. I don't know. So, in any event, let's just start painting now. The idea is to glue them together like this. So this is the stand that we have. What it looks like. So it stands on its own, and then the arrangement's up here. So I don't worry about that. But because I am extra, you know, much like the guacamole, I am extra. I'm going to probably want to paint the inside of this since this is the base of it. I don't know. It's never going to show, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm actually choosing to do this one in cashew. I'm going to do it in like a cream color. I think it'll look really, really good with the color that we're putting on the sisal rope and everything else. Like the color palette doesn't really scream white to me, especially with the succulents. A lot of them are a darker color, so I don't necessarily want to. I don't want to paint it bright, stark white. So let's just see what happens with this. So I'll just pull some of this out. I've got a beautiful mess going on. Let's see how far this gets me. And again, I think one coat will do it. I mean, that's coating it pretty good. My other concern is, I'm not going to distress it. I'm not pulling anything off of it. I need to glue them together, and then after I glue them together, I'll be wrapping a little bit of that sisal rope around the middle. So concentrating on a real thick coverage at the top is not a priority, but I'll probably do that anyways. And we definitely don't need to paint the inside of here because we are going to be gluing them together. Paint on me? Okay. So let me just put a coat on these guys, and we'll speed it along here and see what we look like at the end. Alright guys, so now we wait for them to dry, and then I'll be right back when we're all dried up and we'll get to going on our next steps. 1 second. Okay, so we're back and all of our paint is dry. We have a beautiful little cream color here, and the pattern is looking great. I love the pattern on this. It's just really, I don't know what it is. It's not modern. It's like it's 70s, but not 70s. I don't know. All I know is I love every second of it. But any event, so we have the two here. This is still the idea, is to glue them together like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the styrofoam in first. Now this is the Dollar Tree styrofoam. Now this is the styrofoam that I normally use. It's a harder styrofoam. I like this kind. It just says Artisan Craft Floral Foam. That's it. But this is a harder kind of styrofoam. Now this is a softer styrofoam, which I'm going to use in here. It's lighter. I'm worried about this being a little top heavy because these guys have a little weight on them, but this stuff is going to fill up this big space a lot better. And it's also, I've tested it out. These are extra pieces I had left over from other projects. It's a good filler to fill things in with. I might end up putting this guy right here in the middle, as far down as I can get it. But at the same time, again, I'm worried about it being top heavy. So what I'm going to do is use this softer foam here real quick and kind of just place it down here in the bottom. And it's really malleable, you know, it just really takes the shape of where you want to place it. Plus you can really like push in more on the sides. You can really form it with your fingers without having to do too much cutting. So I'm going to kind of push on these corners here like this. And put some glue on that. And place it right down in there. Just going to hold it for a few seconds. And I just want this floral foam in here first before I start to do the other goodies. I want to make sure it's really good and stuck in there. See how that goes now. I could put this one right on top here. And that's a pretty good level. I kind of want it to go in a little bit, so it's like almost like I would need to. I mean, that's a good space. But I need to cut a little bit off because I want it to go down more. Like that. But honestly, I'd have to cut another piece. Yeah, it's not going to fit. Maybe I will do this. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I got these yaws right in your face. But, alright. I'm going to cut it. So, noise warning. You have a few seconds to mute your video before I start to saw this. 5, 4, 3, 2, mute. Because this is going to sound like horrible. Very crooked, but what can we do? There we go. Let's see how that works. Beautiful. That's what we want. I want it to be lower. So, got those extra pieces. You guys, this is just a cheap bread knife I got. I think I got it at Big Lots, aka McFrugal's, aka Pick and Save from back in the day, if anybody remembers those. Fun fact, that was my second job ever in high school, was McFrugal's, also known as Pick and Save. If y'all know Pick and Save, then you've been around for a while. Anyways, I forgot why even I said that, but whatever. Note to self, watch the editing back so I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so let me glue this guy down on top of this one here. Just putting lots of hot glue on her. Placing her right on top like that. Hear that crackle? This is nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do to raise this up just a tad is we're going to glue these two together like so. But first, I want to glue some rope to the bottom of this. So I need to pick a back, I guess. And then I'm going to cut a diagonal into this because I heard that there's a way to make it look nice. I don't think that exists when you're ending it somewhere, but we'll see. So let me just see what I'm working with here. Yeah, that looks cute. I like the way that cord looks there. Them is my happy. So let's put just a generous amount of glue right there on that end. And we're going to hold her down there like so. That's why so I know that this is the bottom. And this is just sisal. Is it sisal? Yeah. No, this is manila rope. 1/4 inch by 50 feet. I got this at Home Depot. No, I got this at Lowe's. $5.60. It's 50 feet, so it ends up being like 11 cents a foot. But this is manila rope. I thought natural fibers, biodegradable, recyclable, excellent resistance to sunlight. So this is not sisal. This is manila rope. So there, that's glued down really good. So I'm just going to run the glue around the edge. Keep putting my rope in it. Trying hard not to burn myself like normal. But again, not making any promises, guys. I'm not putting a very thick line of glue. I'm just kind of pushing my glue, the tip of the glue gun, onto the piece, like fairly decently. I think I'll do 2 passes for the bottom. I'm going to try cutting this because this is getting ridiculous. Has to take some of that twist out of it because that's ridiculous. And then when I come up to the next row, I'm going to hold it like I can here and just kind of move it up towards the next one. When I come around the other side, I'm going to cut it at a diagonal and try to get it to come even with this part right here. I'll show you up close once I get it to dry. You see how it's going to lay? So when I come up on this side, I should be able to cut it at a diagonal, and it should lay fairly flat to the next level, because I'm only going to do the 2 rows. So run the glue right at the top of the first row there. Trying to make it so that this glue doesn't dry too fast without me putting the rope in it. Alright, so now I'm coming up to that end. Diagonal. Oh, my scissors took some of the paint off. I mean, it looks good though, but the paint got scratched. Like, I mean, I did a pretty good transition there. Check that out. It looked kind of cute. A little bit neat. You see, here's where I scratched the paint off with my scissors. I wasn't paying attention. You can see the green through there. It's not like it's complementing color or anything. Anyways, so that's the base of it. Okay, looks pretty nice. Okay, so then the idea is to glue these guys together and then wrap the cord around it that way too. Well, let's just go for it, see what we can do. We may need to fix it, might not. Let's just see. Let's put a very generous amount of glue around here. Put that right on top of that like that. Now the glue's squitching out, not a problem. Don't worry about the glue stitch squitching out, because that was what the idea of the rope is for, to cover that. So where's the back? There's that there. So I'm going to start right here. I'm not liking the glue coming out of here like that. It's not looking nice, Whitney. Scratching this because I'm able to pull that right off. Alright guys, 1 second, we're going to have to change our, we're going to need to change our focus. 1 moment guys. Alright guys, so I had to regroup, readjust, and this is what I've come up with. Now, I will explain as I sand this off. This chalk paint on this material does not like to stay on, so it scratches very easily. So I guess I'm glad that I picked this green color, because I mean, it obviously is a good green to go with some of the brighter greens that we already have in the arrangement. So I guess that worked to my favor when I didn't really know. Also, showcases the design I like. I guess that's good. But it scratches so easily that it's not even worth trying to keep it smooth. So I undid the two together, so we're just going to leave it by itself as its own, just a little pot. It's cute on its own. I wanted a pedestal look, but this is what happens when you use Dollar Tree items. So we're going to work through it, and we're going to fix it. So what I did was I just glued one inside of the other, and then I wrapped way more rope around the top here to kind of just bind the two together. So I do have a back, because that's where everything has been joined at. So this is the back, that's the front. Looks pretty. Might still even add maybe a piece of ribbon or bow up here. Depends on how far we get or what we need to do. So I'm just trying to sand more of the pattern off here. Anyways, I feel like lately everything I'm doing is like just mistake videos. Like every single video is one of me making some sort of mistake. I gotta grab another sand block. This is off of a belt sander thing that I bought just because it was on clearance somewhere, and I just cut it into pieces, so. working way better. This is it's obviously a tougher grit. Oh yeah, that's working way better. There we go. Now we don't care how chipped and messed up it gets because it's part of the design. Yay, I love that workaround. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me clean up my small little mess, and we'll be back and we'll be able to do the arrangement. Okay, so cleaned up the mess, and I'm actually happy with how it turned out. I'm not upset. At first I was like, oh great, what have I done? And now I've just wasted a bunch of time, but I think we fixed it pretty good. So we now have a nice little base to start with. So I'm going to add Dollar Tree Spanish moss. And I'm using the brown stuff, the brown color. I have some bright green stuff, but it's not from Dollar Tree, it's from Hobby Lobby, but I think this color complements the rest of our motif since we have such a lime green base underneath there. I felt like this was probably the best color to use. I'm just going to add enough in here to kind of hide any of the behind the scenes we don't want seen. You ever feel like you're like never done cleaning up? Okay, so got the Dollar Tree moss in there. Our Spanish moss. I'm going to add a couple of these floral pins just to hold it in. I'm not going to use glue, but that's literally just to hold in the Spanish moss. We're going to be putting glue on the ends of our little picks here, so no harm, no foul on that. So let me see what I need to do here for these. Okay, yeah, they come off pretty easy. I'm going to take 2 of the dark ones and 1 of the bright green ones here. Okay, so again, all these are $1. They have such good weight on them, and they're all bendable. They all have wire in the end. I was very happy and surprised. Now, obviously, the styrofoam it was stuck in kind of decided to have its own heyday there. But anyhow, I am going to use my eucalyptus I got off of Amazon, so that still hasn't changed. And then these little guys here were from the other parts of the Dollar Tree thingies. Not really sure how I'm going to put this one together just yet, so let's just take it slow and see what happens. So I'm going to cut this at a diagonal, see what's inside here, if it gives me that option. It's pretty thick. Holy moly. Nope. What's inside there, man? I think I got most of it cut. I just can't tell. It's got some cardboard in it. It's got lots of pieces of wire. No wonder. Yeah, that thing went to... Oh my gosh. That hurt. Yeah, no, these aren't... These are not cuttable, guys. Alright, so now we know what's inside the guts of it. So we are going to need to put probably a pick in it. Let's just see. Oh, that's cute on its own, guys. Look. You know, every time I say like, oh, you guys, it feels like I'm making mistake videos. Well, it's because I am. I'm making a mistake in my video. But then when I come back, it's all working out. I mean, I thought I was like hopeless, but look at it's really cute, isn't it? Very cactusy, very cute. The moss really takes it for me. I'm very, very happy. All right, so you guys, 2021 is just kind of, you know, it's like I'm the little sister, and it's holding its hand on the top of my forehead, and, you know, it's keeping me from getting to them, and it's like, I'm not hitting you, I'm not hitting you. That's what it's been doing to me. I go to, it's like, oh, this is great, I feel wonderful about it. Then I go to pull it out, and I rip it apart. Man. And you know, what's funny is I am the little sister, my big sister, and I used to do that to each other. We also used to give each other those burns on your arms. They were called something, but I'm sure it'll trigger people. You know, I'm from the 80s, guys. Stuff don't offend me. Let's see what happens when I just shove that in there like, oh, you're so cute. Look how cute it is. Now, technically, that's not long enough. So I got an E6000 project drying right there on the right. I don't want to. Oh. Okay, I don't want to mess it up too much, but. And I don't want to burn myself, so let me put this in here like this. Yeah, it's looking cute, looking cute. Alright, so I'm going to cut this piece off here. And let's make little stems out of my big stems. So I cut that into 3s. Now I've got little pieces I can just pop in. Yes. Okay, see. Now look, I'm going to do it again because I'm going to need another one. So we're going to cut a stem off of our regular bush that we bought, right? Okay. So here is the piece that we cut off of the bush. So what I look for is where you've got the branches coming out. It's like almost a fork. Then we're going to cut right above that fork right there, okay? So now we have a pick from the stem, right? There's one. And now to make one even smaller, we're going to the next fork here. If the stem allows it. Some of the flowers and stems don't let you do that. This one sure is going to be my forte. So then now I have 3. So now I still have a hard piece with a wire in it I can use to glue in. And I've got all these cute little pieces here that I can use in between as filler. So here I popped one in right there. Looking good, isn't she? Alright, so now since these guys are so thick inside, I'm going to go ahead and place them in here first. Because they're mean. Actually, I'm just going to put 2 in. I think that's going to be my best bet there. And that one went all the way down to that other softer piece of styrofoam that's in the bottom of that. So I'm just going to put a big gloop of glue on the end of this guy here. And you can always play around and bend them different ways later. And so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fill in with one of the eucalyptus guys, like right here. You know, just so it kind of sticks out a little bit. It's going to be super green in places. Now I have this yellow one. I don't know if I want to pop that in there or not. And I also have this one that's got some red ends, some red tips on it. But let's just see what happens. I'm going to put this guy here. Remember, these just come out of these little guys from Dollar Tree. Just like that. These dollar pieces that were in the same floral aisle. So we pop those out. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's kind of like a cactus garden. I mean, I guess it really is, but we'll say it's a succulent garden. It's really turning out. I'm kind of happy. I haven't broke anything else yet, Whitney. Don't talk too soon. Just be quiet. Quiet. Whitney. You guys got to tell me to be quiet before I'm speaking too soon. I'm getting too happy, so I'm going to put some more eucalyptus over here. I'm going to kind of fill in as I go with these little guys here. So the reason why I did this, I'll show you real quick. I've got a bright green and a bright green and a dark green. So I took this dark green and put it closer to the brighter green. If you're having doubts or difficulty, you know, finding your fillers, try to alternate, you know, light and dark, light and dark. If you're going all one color, you know, it ends up getting to be a little bit too much. Just try to alternate. So I stuck a little piece of eucalyptus in there just as a filler. And then we'll keep going. I got 2 of these little guys here. I'll use both of those on here. So again, literally we're just pulling them out of the Dollar Tree styrofoam. And I'm going to kind of make them into one since they're sort of small. So, but also I wanted to see, I got 2 more of those. But remember, I got 12 of these, and that was only 2 pieces off of that little bushel die there. I could put this one in. It's got like some tips on it that are a little there. But then I also could throw this bright yellow one in there. I kind of like the way the bright yellow one looks. I'm going to do that. Just to throw... This is that 2021 thing again. Going, guess what, Whitney? I mean, I have to remember, I'm working with Dollar Tree stuff. I'm kind of expecting it to be like way better than it really is. But I mean, we're turning this stuff into some pretty awesome things, so I shouldn't really be too irritated with it yet. I am going to put this bright yellow one up here just for a pop of color. Isn't that kind of pretty just right up front there? You got the dark one in the backdrop here. And then I'm going to put these 2 guys together off to the side over here. We'll fill in with eucalyptus. And that's it. I don't really think I'm going to put any ribbon on here. So the small disaster that I thought I was having with my container actually isn't so bad after all. Yay. Small miracles, right? I keep saying it's one day at a time. It's all we can ask for. Yep. One day at a time, guys. Everything will be okay, right? One day at a time. Some of us don't even get that, so breathe. I'm loving this. This is turning out super cute. Put another piece of eucalyptus right behind this yellow guy right here. Just popping it in as filler so it's kind of sticking out. It also is the closest thing I could see and think that it would look right with the goodies I was putting in for you know, succulents. This particular color is perfect, and you know, the leaves are the right shape. So I was like, let's just go with that and put like maybe a sprig or 2 in there. It's not something where I wanted to put something that was really leafy in. You don't really want to mix that into a succulent garden or a cactus garden. I mean, cactuses would look great, so don't get me wrong. It would probably be awesome to put those in there. Yeah, these little guys are going to be perfect right here. See the little accent right there? So that's just one of them. So I'm going to glue them in. And then I'm going to put the other one in kind of diagonally going in towards it, so it looks like it's maybe one plant. At least that's my idea or my hope. And then I got another piece of, I think I had one, yeah, I got one more piece of eucalyptus I can put on the side to try to fill it in and see what we got. And I'm pretty sure we'll be done at that point. Yeah, that looks good, looks good. Let me put a little bit of glue on this right here. Get the glue off my fingers. Alright, so disaster averted. I know I got a couple of you guys that are always so good to me in my comments. Well, not a couple, pretty much everybody's been very good to me in my comments. I haven't had any bad comments. So I probably just jinxed myself. Knock on all the wood I can find. That you guys tell me don't be so hard on myself. But let me tell you, when you're in the middle of something and you just see it falling apart and you're like, this disaster is just getting worse and worse. You know, you're always your own worst critic, but I think for what happened with it, the container looks really good. I'm glad I had to rough it up, but what do you guys think? Look how cute it is. For what it is, it turned out really well. So even the little parts and stuff where you can kind of see in, our Spanish moss is hiding that very well for us. It looks really good. It looks really good. So again, if you guys see these at your Dollar Tree, grab them because they are like $12 or $13 at Michael's, and the quality, I don't see the difference. This is a very good heavy rubber, at least on these. These guys are leaving me a little bit, you know, lacking, a little bit, you know, leaving something to be desired on them, but I like the little pop of the yellow guy right up front here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, 5, 6, oh no, 7, no, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the little guys, 2 of that, so 7, and then I got 2 sprigs off of that, it's 8, 9, 10, so maybe about $12 to $13 in supplies on this, if you're looking for a count. Now, you don't have to use the eucalyptus, but I definitely wanted something as a filler and something to help us, you know, just kind of add a little bit more texture to it. Because again, I would end up putting something leafy in there, and the leafy stuff's just not what you want to go for. But what do you guys think? Isn't it cute? So, excuse me. So we're still having a rough time. I'm still trying to figure out formatting, still trying to figure out videos, still trying to figure out scheduling. I went pretty hard at it September, October, November, and then I calmed down in December. Things got out of control. But I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to figure out a format. I'm still trying to figure out my place. But you guys are great to stay with me and, you know, join me with all these goodies. So if you're still here, bless you. Thank you for hanging out with me, spending your time with me. Give me a like, a comment. And then if you're new, subscribe, hit that bell next to the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Every tiny little interaction you do with my channel helps me. Helps me get noticed, helps me get suggested to other people who are watching the same types of DIYs or craft videos, decor. Every little bit helps. So you guys help me as much as I help you. I still enjoy doing this. I love to make things. And I'm very glad that even though halfway through, this was not my plan, and I was very worried that I was going to have to scratch this whole thing, which I'm not. As I talk now, this video will be going up on my channel, Whitney. I promise you that. So tell me what you guys think. So it's a cute little succulent garden. We put some sisal rope at the top, but pretty much everything's Dollar Tree except for the rope and the little eucalyptus. But again, if you want this eucalyptus, it's a good purchase. Check out my Amazon shop. It's in the description and pinned in the first comment below. So thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, commenting, everything you do. I appreciate every single one of you more than you could possibly know. More than is even able to communicate in words. You guys just don't know. So anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do. Guys, happy crafting. Keep up the good work. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.